and that's what counts. Of course, there's still one more game to come for today's action, and boy, oh boy, is this going to be a good one. eUnited versus the Thieves, aka 100 Thieves, if you want to be precise with it. This is going to be probably the best game of the day, probably the closest game.
This is the time where we can like try to put 100 Thieves on a level. We don't know how good or bad they are since their team changed. Sure, people say they've improved, but we've only seen them beat one team. That was Denial. Right here in this match, depending on how it goes, we can start ranking them. You know what I mean?
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. I guess with that said, what actually is your expectation for the series then, Pac?
I think that eUnited's going to take it. I've been giving that credit. RC's been the best ICR so far that we've seen.
Agreed.
And I just feel like from top to bottom, they're more consistent than 100 Thieves. But like I said, we don't know what 100 Thieves can bring.
For me, it always, in the 100 Thieves matchups, it always comes down to the SOG matchups, right? Like, I look at this team, and I think Abizi and Pristini, they gel so well together, and they're going to give a team like 100 Thieves a lot of trouble, right? 100 Thieves have to figure out a way to neutralize those guys. They have to figure out a way for their Maddox players to go off, and that starts with the SOGs. The SOGs have to go first. They have to be aggressive, and they have to get entries to allow that slaying power that Slasher brings to a team to really show in these hard points, and that's really what's going to come down to in the series.
One player for me, for 100 Thieves, that I need to step up today is going to be Enable. I feel like Enable's just been, just riding through. His teammates, Priestley yesterday had an unbelievable day, but to Enable today needs to be your day. You need to make sure you're going to be at least consistent for your team in order for you guys to have a great series versus United.
Pretty well at the PLQ, one of the more consistent for the team, but to your point earlier on, Pac, the PLQ is great and all, but now you're playing against a fantastic opposition in eUnited, and it's not going to be easy.
I'm going to note this. I talked to these teams backstage. They said they're going to bring a different meta to this match. They're bringing in a different meta. I think there's going to be different specialists used in this match. So keep your eye on that for sure.
Interesting. Maybe some new stuff coming through. We'll wait and see. One thing to note as well, when we saw that stat on RC's, I think you picked up on it because you were kind of like, what the hell? He's gone positive in 21 out of 22 hardpoint maps.
That is mind.
How do you stop a man like that when he's in that kind of form?
Do you guys understand how hard it is? You guys obviously understand. That's so hard to do.
I was like, I hope they understand.
The people in the chat, like, that is one of the hardest things to do at a pro level. And these guys are playing against the best of the best. To go positive in 21 out of 22 hard points.
You could never go positive in like 2.
You could just never go positive.
And to highlight that, it is important to note, it's not like he's just sat playing for kills either. He's not, he's doing it the right.
He's doing it the right way.
He's doing it the correct way, which just helps eUnited that bit more. But I mean, who realistically from 100 Thieves you look at to say, all right, well, it's your job. You just have to shut him down.
Octane.
Octane's a beast.
He's got like
even though we're saying that RC is the best ICR in this game, Octane's not overmatched. Octane's disgusting at this game as well. So it's not like they have a huge edge in that category. Got to give him his credit, man. He's been one of the top AR players now for years.
It starts with your role players, though. It starts with your SOGs. They have to be doing the right things, setting your team up for success. If 100 Thieves can get set up in these hard points and push up in the right positions, yes, Octane will look like a superstar. There's no doubt about it. He's a fantastic player. He has been for a very long time. Nobody doubts his talent. They just have to play the correct way. If they do that, he can shine.
Well, you make it sound so easy.
It is
in their fundamentals.
Rotate.
They make it sound so easy, but for 100 Thieves, it's been a bumpy start to their season, that's for sure. Up next, the final game of the evening. eUnited versus 100 Thieves. Get your popcorn ready. It is going to be a fantastic one at that. We'll be back after this.
It's time for the final match of the first week here of Division B, eUnited 100 Thieves. And I know we got one more match, Joe, and we're going to talk on trading shots and hot mic and everything about this week, but it's been crazy. It's been crazy.
It has been crazy, but I'm so excited for this match. I mean, this is, to me, a very strong test for 100 Thieves, right? It absolutely is. You have this team change. Yes, it's not everything, but people want to know where they're at right now, right? How are they standing with the best teams in the world? You have eUnited. Dropped an early series to Heretics, so a big test for them as well, but this is going to be a fun one.
Well, we can give our thoughts after, but we wanted to hear from the fans on Twitter, maybe who you had favored in this match. We're going to take a look at 4 tweets. First is from Recall. He says, eUnited, they beat them at Vegas. They'll beat them again. EU is just better. Curious to see what everybody else thinks. What's the next one? I really think if 100 Thieves did what they did yesterday, the respawns will be really fun to watch. 100 T need Priesta and Octane to have good games. eUnited, no doubt. The way Arceus has been playing, he's locking down 100 Thieves. Can't forget Clay, gassing his teammates to make them perform better. eUnited 3-0. And the last one from 100 Thieves, hashtag I'm thinking Thieves. So you saw those. What are your thoughts just going in?
I think you have to favor eUnited. I'm not going to say 100 Thieves. I mean, just based on what...
I thought you were at first. I was like, really?
No, I think you have to favor eUnited. Yes, they dropped that early match to Heretics, but, it's first match of the Pro League. Whatever. They have to make some adjustments. That's going to happen. For 100 Thieves, you played Splice. You lost to Splice. eUnited just as good as a team as them. Well,
you saw in the tweets there, yeah, they mentioned what Arceus on one side, Clay as well, getting hyped on the other, and Priesta and Octane were sort of targeted. But for eUnited, you got Arceus on the screen, but is there someone that has to play well for eUnited to come in and dominate?
Pristini. I think Pristini does. I think BZ's been very consistent, but we know Pristini. If Preston could play well, and that Saw duo could just shut them down.
That was a story for them all last year. Like, what Pristini were you going to get?
I think you know kind of what you get from the rest of the guys at this point. Like, I think a lot of people are like, oh, Jacob has to play well. It's like, nah, I don't think he does. They win when he does his thing. Like, he could have a .6, but wins a 1v1 in round 11, and everything is forgiven.
Another reminder here, Blackout After Dark. That's going to be live tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. Again, 2 players from each of the 8 teams. If you followed wagers at all when it comes to Blackout, it's just going to be kills. Going, playing fast, trying to dominate the lobby. We'll be broadcasting that here from the studio. It should be a heck of a lot of fun, Joe.
It is, but here we go into game 1, and Priesta and Kenny find a couple of kills, and Abel finds one on Arceus. And JCap, that means all dead for eUnited. A great start for 100 Thieves.
Nice opening break, but can they play behind it? Priesta doing what he can as that's 3 as he turns and burns using the Maddox Sog combo. And he's already 125 off streaks as he starts 5-0. I think a big question mark was how much better will they get with him in the mix?
Did I say alive? Just needs 15 seconds. He's still alive somehow.
He's insane.
And again, this is one of the reasons why. As soon as FaZe doesn't qualify, this is the first guy in. I mean, this guy just has so much talent. He's special, and it's one of the reasons why I said Pristini, because if Pristini plays well on the other side, you might not be shutting Priesta down, but you're containing him from doing this. We saw what Priesta did yesterday. He boasted some ridiculous stats. He pings the Lightning, getting all the information. 100 Thieves with 49 seconds off the break, and it is all red in the kill feed as they break on through. He is able to get that Hellstorm. Slasher and Kenny find the last 2.
Couldn't ask for a better start from 100 Thieves as they'll try to keep it going inside a courtyard. Priesta stunned up, but still up. He has not been an easy kill in the opening moments of this game. Now 8-1. Another challenge comes in. He will lose that one as JCap able to get the kill. eUnited trying to make a run in courtyard, but you see 3 arrows. Make it 4 now for 100 Thieves. Already on the rotation to Fountain. They get a solid hold here. Wow.
You have these streaks as well. And if you don't have to use a streak, like if they do not get broken here at Fountain and don't have to use one, that's huge. And Priesta just staying alive, finessing the staircase, able to find a couple of kills once again. What is he, 10-2 to start?
He's making an impact.
Yeah, again, he didn't have the best match against Splice, but yesterday he was going off.
Can he heal, please? Can you, Priesta, please heal? Please heal. Please, for me, just heal.
He doesn't want to.
He's just out of his mind right now. He's had 82 HP for quite some time. Guess he doesn't need to, Joe.
Well, they're not pushing that side anyway, so Enable, he's got to help a Slasher. They're both going to find some kills. This is a great hold here. And when you don't have streaks or specialists, this is tough to break. They try to send a couple of players to the back, doesn't work. JCap, Pristini here, they're the last couple of players. They're going to get shut down as Octane.
Now he did. He still took a gunfight. I don't think he healed before that and still was able to pick it up. Hey, it was driving me insane, though.
Don't worry about him.
Okay.
Don't worry about him.
Okay.
12-3, he doesn't have to. We're going to head into barrels, and with 5 seconds left at Statue, 100 Thieves is in here. But aBeZy with a nice cluster on the Slasher. Priesta does have the grab slam. I think he's thinking about it. You can sort of see the way he's hopping around. He wants to use the grab slam, only able to find one. I think just because the positioning of his teammates, didn't want to waste it and make that really a solo individual play.
eUnited down 60 points right now as they're trying to make a run in barrels. You see 100 Thieves spawning all the way out at first as they're trying to rotate and rally in. JCap doing a great job inside of the hard point. Pristini holding the front as well.
This is great for eUnited. They're right back in this game.
JCap one-on-one after one-on-one. He's winning. Pristini now off the top rope. Can't connect as he tries to make it messy as we get ready to enter our second set of rotation. But yeah, this could be a much scarier scoreline for sure. I mean, if it's not for that hold there, you could be looking at an 80, 100-point edge for 100 Thieves.
And if you would have told me Priest is going to be 16-5 after a set of hills and they're only going to be up 25 points, that's hard for me to believe.
He hasn't used his streaks yet. So that, I mean, that's good for 100 Thieves.
Calling the Lightning right now. Not going to connect with anything. Has a grab slam, doesn't use it. But eUnited still in this hard point. Pristini on a 4 spree. 15-12. Gets shut down by Kenny. They're about to take the lead, Clint. It is tied 111-111.
The past 2 minutes have been all eUnited. What a great rally towards the tail end of the first set of rotations. And now here at first, because what was it, 49-0 the first time through? This has been all eUnited now through the second set. And they're set up in courtyard.
And now JCap has 3, so okay.
This just got flipped on its head.
Octane going through barrels, trying to stay alive. Tag 5 used by 100 Thieves. Pristini shuts it down with the grab slam. aBeZy finds a kill.
Arcitys can get some streaks now too, Joe.
What is happening?
It's Seaside. It's a game of runs. It's a game of runs, and eUnited are making theirs.
Now you have all these streaks for eUnited. Drone squad in immediately. Arcitys wins one. Can he win the second? No, but his drone squad will.
There's the trade.
And they have them spawning in the back with 25 seconds left.
But Priesta will have that Hellstorm, which could be an opening for them to get into Fountain, but then you have everything to use for eUnited if needed.
I don't even know if they'll know JCap has streaks. He's 7-9. Hellstorm used by Priesta. They want to try to win this before the hill pops. But JCap counters with one of his own. JCap able to get 2. But 3 players trying to get across towards the back. They do so, but JCap's back here with the Maddox. They immediately turn around right into Clay.
Nice stun, yeah. He hits them both with the stun, and Clayster there ready and waiting. They use another streak, but not even really needed due to that combo. That play from JCap and Clayster in the back. There have just not been many points for 100 Thieves at all. Since eUnited started to make this run, Priesta goes up high, gets a kill, but aBeZy and Arcitys still able to hold on, and all the time still going to eUnited, 170-129 now. aBeZy pushing forward before he's traded out. You still have 2 Lightnings available for eUnited, but they're not unfamiliar with crazy Seaside hardpoints, that's for sure.
And well, Arcitys finds 2, and now you have eUnited already set up in barrel. There's just 1 player left. Can he win both gunfights? He does. A big set of wins for Kenny. Enable's gonna find the third, almost the fourth. That's gonna be JCap, who's one bullet. So what does eUnited have? Do they have anything to try to get in this hill? Kenny continues to go off as he's on 4 in a row.
All right, so what? The first hard point, the first time through, it's completely dominated by 100 Thieves. eUnited respond perfectly the second time through. This is where eUnited really came back into the game at this particular hard point. Can 100 Thieves now give them a taste of their own medicine? And this is also where eUnited got those streaks to work with. A chance for Priest and 100 Thieves now to make the play.
You can just see why it's so tough, because as soon as you get pushed out both towards that cafe and courtyard, you're spawning at that initial hard point. And you have basically 2 doorways to try to break through, inside church and inside this little gate. And it's just so difficult. So eUnited, they're not going to feed anything. They're just going to rotate. Set up for that next hill. But 100 Thieves takes the lead as we go into our next set of rotations. Octane, Kenny go all the way around. Vision Pulse used on the side of eUnited. Clay pulls out his Tempest, able to chain onto a couple.
Slasher backs up around the edge, so he'll get back on his feet shortly. And now this next wave comes in, but you've got Clayster set up here. He gets picked as a push comes in. It's actually Octane's ICR that lines up a pair. So many lead changes over the course of this map one that seems to be going down to the wire.
The big thing for eUnited, too, is they held on to 2 streaks down towards the end of the game. So they're going to have 2 lightnings if things...
And they earned those in what? In barrels all the way back in that second set.
The first rotation.
The first set, yeah. The first set. When they really started to make that push.
Now it's Enable's turn with Vision Pulse. The reason they're popping this was 5 seconds left. They want to try to get this break and want spawns for courtyard. Priestess Slasher find kills. JCap uses the lightning. Does find one. You have Kenny, though, on the pinch. Can Kenny make a play? That number 3 arrow, able to find one on a Clay. Here comes the pinch. There is one player spawning behind him. Can he win another gunfight? He can. Kenny has come up huge a couple of times for 100 Thieves.
They had a big 4-on-3 there, and they were able to win the break. Priesta once again close to streaks. He's 32-15, and multiple players in front. No streaks for him. One more player drops 60 off as well. But it's contested inside for now as eUnited continue to try and flood. Enable just dancing around bench. TAC 5 still up on 3 players from eUnited.
They can win.
eUnited's got to get in. They got to get test for a couple of seconds.
JCap has to try to get in. The rest of his teammates go. And look at Kenny making the heads-up play. He's going to try to rotate for 100 Thieves. Pristini just flies through. Dear Priest to hang on to that grab slam for Fountain up next. The good thing for 100 Thieves, there's no lightning strikes left for eUnited, but eUnited do have the hold here. War Machine for Abizi. He should spawn in the back. He will.
So War Machine and Grab Slam and 100 Thieves, if they're going to get in, maybe it's a Grab Slam from Priesta that can set it up. eUnited, though, in the hard point, down 10 points. War Machine called in. The kill feed lighten up blue. Slasher looking for an opening pick there on Fountain, but he can't find RCs. He's able to get saved.
They gotta go.
This is the last effort. This is the last effort. Pristini gets a couple. Abizi still has that War Machine, and eUnited, they bring it back and they hold on, but what a game of swings that was, Joe. A nail-biting finish in the map 1 hardpoint.
Just so back and forth. A great start for Priesta.
Had to been 10 lead changes throughout that. I mean, I know I'm exaggerating a bit, but wow. What a map 1.
You just have to look at that last courtyard because there was the opportunity for 100 Thieves to put the game away. But nobody got pushed out barrel. They just tried to hold gate, right? They tried to hold the front door. Pristini just slides on in. I don't know which gunfight he won or who it was against, but he gunned someone. And what that does, when they win a couple of gunfights, that spawns 100 Thieves all the way towards the back, allows them to set up for that Fountain hardpoint, which we know is so difficult to break. Priesta can't use his grab slam. You have nothing left, and eUnited close it out.
Well, the comeback started really in Courtyard, where Arcitys and JCap were able to pick up those streaks. And speaking of Arcitys, Jess had a chance to talk with him before this match.
Thanks, Maven. Yeah, caught up with Arcitys, and he threw down some respect for 100 Thieves, saying this is probably the best team that we've played so far besides Heretics, but we weren't really warmed up for that match. And he said his main kind of goal or focus this series was to make sure that they play their pace and just kind of not go down too early. And they've obviously done a fantastic job of that so far. Over on the side of 100 Thieves, I spoke to Octane, and he actually had some really similar things to say. He said, this is going to be a really good match because it is a battle of two of the top 3 teams in the Pro League. And again, his focus also was to come out strong on map 1. He told me, even if we lose map 1, as long as we play well, I think the series will be in our favor. So that's all I've got. Casters, take it away.
Thank you, Jess. All right, so a little bit of a tidbit there from both sides of this. I don't know. I don't know what the biggest takeaway is from that map 1, but it was a hard-fought battle between all 10 guys on this stage. I think we're taking a look at the replay of that, a little bit of the final moments of that hard point before we start to focus on the search and destroy.
But this is where I wanted to see. 100 Thieves has this, and you can see they have 3 players inside this hill. Abizi wins 1 on the slasher. JCap has to wait for help. He does. 4 players from eUnited try to get pushed up, and Enable just got. And after that, everyone's like sort of just going around. Enable loses that one-on-one. I think if he wins that, the game's over.
And they don't spawn out completely in the back. They kind of spawn in the first hardboard, and they have a chance to get a break here, but good comms and good setup from eUnited deep, as Abizi had the War Machine ready and waiting. And it's really just this SOG that does the damage early in this. Then he pops the War Machine, and it's just a scramble for 100 Thieves to try and get into this. There's where eUnited takes the edge, and you just never get a push in. It never really gets contested. Once eUnited gets set up, Abizi gets the final kill there with the War Machine, and what a hold it was. Because both teams are giving and taking on, both hard points. Like I pointed out a couple times during it, but one team would dominate a hard point. The second time you get through, it's completely flipped on its head. Both teams changing and adapting to the setups they were seeing coming from the opposition.
And really the changing point for me was on that first rotation of hills. It was that barrel hill, that last hill. Because before the streaks even, 100 Thieves was set up for it, right? Like they were set up. They went from Fountain into that hill. They had everything they wanted. That's where that game goes from a 30 to 40 point game to 80 to 90 seconds, no streaks. 100 Thieves probably runs away with that one.
Well, yeah, it was barrel back to first.
Yeah.
And basically that 90-second to 2-minute stretch was just all eUnited. We'll get to Arsenal search next. Who do you favor when you talk kind of about search and destroy as a game mode for these two squads?
I think eUnited. I think eUnited's a great search and destroy team. Arsenal especially will be hopping on board with Clay's sniper, I'm sure, quite a bit on the other side. We'll see if Octane pulls it out. But I think anytime, the big thing for 100 Thieves, yes, they're a talented team, but you have a new pickup. Like, it's going to take some time. If there's one game mode that'll take some time to adjust, it is going to be S.
Wasn't this the map and mode for 100 Thieves where you were getting frustrated the other day? When they were having all those first bloods, they were kind of letting things fall apart. Wasn't it, Arsenal?
Yeah, it was.
Well, we'll see if maybe they fixed any of those issues, because they were doing a good job of getting man advantage, just not a good job playing around it.
And that's just tough for, like, Priesta had so many moments.
What did he finish with?
I don't know.
I think last I called it out, he
man,
32.
I'm just kind of, I know you're the new guy on the team, but I'm just sort of looking around like, hey.
You mentioned Clay's sniper, where he's able to connect, and that is stuck. As Abizi hits the strafe, and Slasher can't connect with the ICR. Such a tough gunfight. 4v3 for eUnited. 100 Thieves do have the plant going down at B, though, as they'll try and set up and hold the push. Pushing forward is Priesta. Can he win the one-on-one? He does it. Evens the odds at 3-3.
There we go. They're playing together, but Abizi smart, just shoulders back. Now it's a 3 versus 2 as Enable tries to run away. 1v3 now for Octane. Has a snipe out. Doesn't know which target to choose. And now he's being chased. Has to pull out the pistol. Gets taken down.
eUnited, great job on the retake. They only lose one in the process. The defuse will come in, and they'll get that first round on the board. Nice stuff from eUnited. And we'll see how these teams adapt to each other over the course of this search. But that's a tough spot for 100 Thieves. You get the plant. I mean, you get a clean plant. Priesta does make it a 3v3, but from there, they don't find another kill. Once it gets to the 3v3, it's just all eUnited. You'll see Clay snipe as he's able to hit it into top window.
I don't know where Priesta was, but I wonder, like, when you get that third kill, like, can you just try to back away? I don't know where the situation is, how quick eUnited was to that trade. But they just
he got a nice time. I think he caught the first player, kind of the lead player in transition. As soon as it got planted, he catches it, but yeah, just can't get safe. Octane spots 2 on the cross. He gets stunned immediately. They know they're coming. Priesta going to be the one that has to deal with it. He finds the first blood as Octane backs up. He connects with the snipe as well. Priesta's SOG just decimating the aggression from eUnited. And Pristini and Clayster quickly in a tough spot. Pristini, I say he wins that. Things might get interesting if he's able to get away with his life. But now it's just Clayster with the snipe. Octane ready and waiting. He gets 2 in the round. Really, it was that combo between Octane and Priesta there that just completely locked down the site.
Yeah, we're going to see.
Well, as soon as Octane got stunned, I'm like, oh, Priesta's in trouble. He's about to get isolated with 3 players pushing. But this is where the push comes in.
He just waits for his heal to come through. RC goes deep into that dark corner.
I think at the same second there when that kill comes through, Octane gets out of the stun and connects.
Yeah, Octane was ready for it. He had tac mask on.
But a scary moment handled well by 100 Thieves. And just these first 2 maps, you're seeing why Priesta was picked up, how much talent he's got. Trying to give Kenny a haircut, but can't find the angle.
The other thing, too, for Priest is just like how good of a teammate we've heard he is. And Enable.
It's like
you know he's
Kenny
there.
knows he's there. Kenny,
yeah, you know he's there.
Kenny's kind of quick peeking, right? Shoulder peeking. It's like Enable comes with like a wide, slow peek, challenges the gunfight, and that doesn't get much easier for Clay.
And it's very similar to the last attack where 2 players on that A site just get cut down. The other 3 players have to go towards B. Octane does find one, but the trade's there from a BZ, or is it Octane trying to run for his life? Has the strife out. That is not the gun you want, and the rest of his team goes down.
Octane got a pair of snipes in the previous round. Clay, similar scenario. Hits an opening snipe to get things started and finds one at the tail end of the round. Octane and Clay with these rifles.
Watch. This is it. You're like,
yeah,
Able just goes so wide.
It just seems so wide. Yeah. Like it just looked like such an easy shot. Like you were seeing like just a bit of Kenny there as he was doing a good job kind of keeping Clayster honest. And then Abel's like, oh.
Here you go. Here's my head.
It's a 2-1 lead for eUnited. I know we're showing a lot of the sniper play, but they've been very impactful thus far. Just between Octane and Clay. Octane, they both, I think, get a shot off, but neither connect. Clay gets pushed by Priesta as they isolate the sniper. 4v4. eUnited's now rotated towards this B site. Kenny getting what information he can as he has a swordfish set up at back barrels.
That's similar to what we saw United do. As soon as one player goes down, Priesta played so aggressive. That's what a BZ loves to do on that street. Now 4 versus 4. Priesta, oh, the shot punch doesn't come through. And after the first blood they got inside vent, eUnited immediately rotates towards this B side. Priesta just trying to stay alive, able to find another one under the window, finds a second. Priesta with 4 in a row.
He just finessed the living hell out of eUnited. Like, you think that's such a tough spot. Like, you have the low ground, right? It's an awkward gunfight. You're looking up. His patience pays off with the first and the second as he catches them awkwardly trying to push out window.
What more do you want from him?
He just completely toyed with 3 members of eUnited.
Someone else just has to step up now. They just have to. This guy. Can't ask for much more.
He's just jumping, spotting.
Stim.
They think he's bottom right. They come out to pick him up.
Stim
he gets
slide.
that kill as well. And these are nice shots on R-Cities. He gets knocked down to 10 HP, but what a play that was from Priesta. You thought maybe we hyped him up a little bit too much at the Pro League qualifier. You're really seeing it all on display here. He's 8-2 through 4 rounds.
Now, who's going to get the first offensive win? It's been a tale of defense so far, just back and forth. eUnited playing very aggressive A side. Slasher's going to give up that flank. He's gotten caught there a couple of times, but this time he gives it up, plays with his team. Octane doesn't spy anything, puts a trophy down. Now he's going to see RC start to creep on up. Gets shot from window. That was Pristini in mid. eBeezy finds the bomb planter, so 4 versus 5.
Another good opportunity for the defense to make a play.
They're on it as well. They're on the defuse right away, and it's going to be another retake, another defensive round win.
Do you think you're seeing anything that needs to be changed up from the offensive side? Or is it just really good defensive play, really good retakes?
It's just good defensive play. I mean, that just starts with the first blood on Enable. I'm not sure if nobody's just watching over him. He's obviously planting that bomb. It's a tough spot, right? Because you're sort of separated just by those stairs. And it's a very tight corner. You know as soon as those players come sliding out. Yes, the bomb gives you some cover, but you're going to get FMJ'd sooner or later.
Aggression from 100 Thieves up mid-map this time. They've sent all 5 just into lab. What did Pristini spot is the question. You think they'd be able to push him out and just isolate him inside a kitchen?
I think Enable was in a challenge, that too. Just got shot up in his back. They have a couple players in window. Brista trying to stay up, wins the gunfight on the Pristini. The nice shot punch, now 5 versus 3 as Octane finds one. Brista, wait, what?
I have no idea. He's 10-3 now.
He's not losing a gunfight.
I don't want to be near him at this window area of the map. Like, lab to window. No, sir.
And they're still losing.
Clayster, he's out of here. Nothing he can do in the round, so that'll tie things up at 3-3. But yeah, if it keeps at this pace, I mean, Priesta might drop 20 for the L.
Stop.
You saw Clayster and the guys kind of chatting through the round and what they have lined up next. So there, he gets tagged from window. He gets knocked down weak, but the stun comes in, he's able to pick up the kill, then just flies at him. Just absolutely fly. All these gunfights, he's just getting so weak, but just he's getting that final bullet, getting healed back up. And I don't know that we've seen him lose a one-on-one yet.
Again, another defensive round win.
May the victor be the first offense.
What?
Whoever gets the first offensive win. Yeah, that was a weird way of saying that, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm basically like Shakespeare. No. Like an old bald Shakespeare. I've been told that many times.
No. Octane finds a first blood on Pristini. Priesta just shouldering back and forth, just working through the middle. I think this is one of the first bloods we've seen on the attack side. And, well, you gotta check this corner. RC's does get stunned up. Cluster in on a slasher. He's gonna win that. Enable does trade on the JCap, so still man advantage. eBeezy does he have a War Machine? Cluster, is that gonna kill him? I don't think so. He had flak, but that's gonna allow him to push on up. Nobody watching over him again. It's a 2 versus 2. Octane gets weak. Kenny has to go. 1 versus 2 for Clay.
I think they just needed Clay to hit one of those shots, and well, there's the one he hits. He's able to get out with his blood. No, can't get to the edge. Kenny chases him down and clutches up in the 1v1. If Clay hits one of the earlier shots, I think he had a couple of chances. They just kept pushing him back with the ICR. He hits one of the earlier ones, when maybe eBeezy pushes up for a kill, that goes differently.
I just feel bad for Enable, because I've like been in that spot where you're the bomb carrier. You're like, I'm gonna plant the bomb. Please watch over me. Like, please.
How?
And you're just like, come on, man. Like,
that's going to be me and Luke.
I'm 1-4, but 3 of my deaths are to nobody watching over me.
Am I our bomb planter in league play?
I don't know.
I'll plant your bombs, Joe.
Thanks.
That's all we're doing tonight till 5 a.m.
No.
Still a round advantage. 400 Thieves. They're playing much more aggressive on the defensive end on B. Clayster gets a shot, but not able to hit it.
Octane's trying to find a peek. He does.
Yeah, but you just see the tip of his head there. Nice position, nice shots from Octane.
And now this is a spot where you just back up, right? You have man advantage. You don't have to over-challenge. They do just that. Slasher spotting the information towards the A side.
And this would have been a spot where you got, I say this was a spot you got frustrated and watching the other day. They get the man advantage and then things fall apart.
I mean, he saw him. He backed up to the staircase. He has to know that's an option. It just felt like he knew it. He was like, oh, I'm going to just look like a genius and pre-aim the guy coming out of vent. But there was nobody in vent. Now TAC 5 used. This is a spot where if you have man advantage, you might not have to use one of your specialist weapons. And they might have to here as Priesta flies on in, finds one. Octane pops Tempest, able to connect on a Pristini. Still, though, 2 versus 2. And they have to defuse the bomb.
20 seconds to go. Nice shot. The War Machine.
This might not even matter because Enable goes down on the other side of the map. It doesn't matter. He's just going to run away. Great job by Abizi.
So much pressure on them to make a play quickly with 20 seconds on the clock, and Abizi just gets around the edge
and I don't
gets
know
the last laugh.
Slasher thinks someone's there with him in lobby, like watching the cross. I don't exactly know, but
you just want him back it up a bit more, just making sure he can get away with his life.
Or if you're going to watch an angle, probably that one.
Yeah, the one that can catch you and can't get away from. Yeah, it's like he gets challenged from men, he can just back down, right? He gets challenged from the statues. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to run. 4-4 now. Clayster snipe away. ICR out. TAC 5 in from 100 Thieves, and they're going to be coming. He's spotted one. Hit some shots at Octane, but I just heard Clay scream, and he's just immediately going to back down to the back steps, sprint away, give site control to eUnited, or to 200 Thieves to give them a chance to retake in this in a 5v5. Enable weak, and Enable gets finished before the plant's able to get in.
Slasher able to work middle of the map, find one.
Fuck.
Right in the elbow.
Yeah, his elbow's gone, but his life's still there.
Priesta wins a one-on-one on Cap. Abizi, though, going on a big flank all the way around the map. I don't think 100 Thieves is going to be ready for this. They have to plant the bomb. Octane, you know he has a sniper.
He just catches the planter. He just catch the planter.
He's going to catch both. He's going to catch both. He finds Octane. Priesta wins that gunfight. Now it's a 1 versus 2. Clay comes up and helps him.
And in that spot, if you have the 3v2, it's someone just has to have eyes on it, or what? How does that need to be played differently from 100 Thieves?
Well, the only information they have is back where they are, backstage. And
even though it's a 3v2, I mean, once he's planning, it's a 2v2. With regards to the actual gunfights, but what a play from Abizi. The youngsters on either side, really the ones making plays. United need one more round. Abizi off of that big play. He's 12-4. I mean, Priest has slowed down big time. He was 10-4, 10-3, I believe, at one point. Now 12-6, and Abizi out of nowhere having a monster game. Can't finish it. I think Slasher would like that one back. So close.
He's just trying to set up and vent. That player, Priest is already through. Priest is chasing. Like, he's in their lobby. Okay, so he just wraps. They have the information. Doesn't spot anything window. Breaks it. But Pristini's in vents. They don't know he's there. He can make the play. He might be able to catch 100 Thieves off guard. JCap gets taken down. Arcades is set up. War Machine in out of Abizi. Priesta, though, able to win one on a Pristini in the middle of the map. Slasher finds another one on Clay on the full flank. Priesta with the grab slam, able to find one, and another defensive round win.
We've had a lot of around 11s these past couple days. One more.
And I know they get the round win, but it's a 4v2. I wonder if Priest has the ability to just save that there. Yeah, but he can do what he wants, right? He's got 14 kills.
Yeah, let him make the decision.
I guess.
He secures the round, but yeah, I mean, obviously you'd love to have that. Now.
This is so he actually, so Pristini came out of the vents when Priesta wrapped around.
And that's another gunfight he wins with like 10 HP. Like he's had
so that player had the War Machine. That's why.
Okay,
that makes sense. War Machine player gets taken down. All right, I'm cool with it.
Just guarantee the
kill. Cool with it.
Guarantee the kill. Now this might just come down to who has defense with how this game's been going. So it'll be defense for 100 Thieves.
And what do we have? You're not going to get a Vision Pulse out of Enable. You're not going to get it out of Arcees either, so both of those players struggling.
Tempest out for Clay.
Pristini has Grab Slam as well. Tempest is out. Slasher so close to that War Machine, but I don't know if he's going to get it. Pristini Grab Slams through, able to find first blood. Clay able to stay up. Priesta does have some pressure from aBeZy. Cluster out will help him win that now at 3 versus 5. He's able to connect with one, but doesn't know Slasher's there. Slasher now trying to stay up. 3v4, has the help of Octane. He gets the War Machine, it's a 2 versus 2. But it's Pristini all the way through the back of their base.
He's tagged up, he's still up, but it's Octane, he's able to get away. Can he clutch up in this 1v2? 35 seconds on the clock. Arcees has grabbed bomb. The plant is going down. It's all on Octane for 100 Thieves. They're going to tie up this series at 1 apiece. Plant is in. Here we go. He gets the first one. Oh, he can't finish it. Arcees gets away with his life. Re-peeks him, backs him down.
Just doesn't have a lot of time. He's got to win 2 gunfights. He's got to win 2. He's got to go in the lobby. And they're just going to back away. Yeah, play time. That's exactly what you have to do. Heads up play from Pristini and Arcees. Twins working together, and eUnited going to take map 2.
What a round from eUnited to clutch up in the round 11. How many tough spots did they have last year? All those round 11s, all those game 5s, all those clutch moments where it felt like eUnited fell short. But now they got the new look roster. The addition of the young stud in aBeZy who is making plays. J-Cap, the veteran, as he's going clutch. And they come up in the big moment to take a 2-0 edge. But these past couple of days, no lead is safe in these series. Control coming up next. Let's get into the control. I had a chance to talk to Clay really briefly. I was just like, all right, what map you got coming up next? He goes, frequency. And I said, how do you feel about it? He said, feel pretty good. Is this one of your better controls? He goes, no, but it's not our worst. So we'll see. But I mean, that was probably the mode that, just looking back to the Pro League qualifier and even Vegas, that's been solid for 100 Thieves. They've looked very good in control. Everywhere else, some leakage, but there I mean,
again, like, it's just so tough because we have such, ever since this roster's formed, we've had such high expectations just due to the talent. This, yes, it's 2-0 United, but this has been a very close series.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and I think if just one other player, like I'm looking at like a Yali Slasher, plays a little bit better to help out Priesta.
He was 36-20 in map 1 and 14-7 in
Priesta
map 2.
was.
Yes, Priesta.
So if someone else just can help them a little bit more, it could be the other way. But you're seeing the experience, you're seeing the teamwork out at United, and that's why right now they have a 2-0 lead.
See if they can close out the series here. Our final series of the night last night went the distance after a 2-0 advantage. That was for Envy. Now eUnited in that spot. Octane just hip firing. I thought he was going to get 3 there with a sliver of health. Just that's not why you go to window with the ICR. Trying to take gunfights against the opposite window, lockdown mid, not be spraying inside as the push comes in.
Thieves able to get a couple of tastes, and it looks like they're going to get zone A as well right off the break. A BZ tried to get in last second. He does, finds a couple of kills. Once again, it's Octane in a very close situation with the ICR.
Yeah, it's playing like a SOG right now.
Zone A done, now to Zone B. You see on the mini-map number 10, that's RC's all the way pushed up. Octane continues to find kills. Priesta with another one. It's just one player left over here. That's JCap. Just really holding map position for them. Octane just goes straight to elbow and is like, you know what, I'm going to go for some spawn kills. Stun in. Does find one at least. The rest of the team is here. And well, when you have a minute 30, you can play around just the lives more, right? With frequency, such a smaller map, you can play those spawn kills on offense or defense. That's what we see 100 Thieves doing right now. Just trying to control mid-map, force some staggered pushes out of United. They are able to find 3. Now, once they find 3 kills, you see those red arrows start to collapse, but it's Abizi who brings it back. Almost finds the 3rd, but the ladder helps out Slasher.
But eUnited's doing a good job just trading well. The lives have stayed. I mean, basically, as long as they keep these lives close, they're all right. They have to avoid that 4 or 5 down, that big break that gets 100 Thieves in. And so far,
and look what they're doing.
Done a good job.
Pristini and JCap realize the situation. They just go all the way through the base. 100 Thieves and flank top middle. There was 3 players top mid for 100 Thieves. Nobody in their base, and now you have a spawn kill for United. Priesta luckily able to win 1, Slasher with another.
They got fortunate.
That got a little scary. And now it's Kenny. Just being a nuisance. But he gets traded out. So both teams just handling the spawn traps well. But now it's 35 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. The clock didn't really matter that much a couple minutes ago, but now it certainly does.
Stuns in on both sides. Pristini grapples on through. Trying to stay up. Able to find 1 with the help of Clay. Him and Clay find 2.
7v7, 30 seconds remaining. A last push now for 100 Thieves, and Clayster already pushed up, but he does get cut down. Can't stagger this push. So a chance for 100 Thieves. Here we go. Pristini, the next guy up. He can't find one either. And JCap can't get the trade, so the collapse now in 400
Kenny's
Thieves.
on a flake. I was just about to say thank you, Paradox. He was trying to spawn kill Clay. Lets him go through, but that's a gunfight you got to win. That could be the difference maker the rest of this round. Remember that Arcidy's able to find 1. Enable gets stunned, but still wins the gunfight. 3 versus 2. Arcidy's, Clay versus Kenny, Priesta, and Octane. 6 seconds. Priesta slides through. Able to beat down Arcidy's. Now it's a 1v3 for Clay.
And they've got a 3 stacked. It's moving quickly. What are your options here if you're Clayster? Just looking for an opening. Not much you can do. He pushes in. He gets cleaned up. And 100 Thieves with the final push get it done. And I just feel like it was those 2 gunfights on that final push where if who was it? Was it Clay then Pristini? Yeah. When Clay was pushed up into like kind of the orange space and Pristini was holding elbow. If they get 1 kill there, if they stagger it just a bit, just a bit. I think that goes differently, but they just don't get a kill, and then you switch over. Whoever had the back line with the Maddox, they can't trade it out either. Just a couple opportunities to have a nice defensive hold. But you just, with it that tight in lives in that little time, you just got to get one. I mean, both players are in a tough spot. You have like 2 or 3 people in front of you.
Yeah, you brought that back. It was a great start for 100 Thieves.
Oh, they really did. They really did.
When you have almost 2 minutes on the clock or 2 minutes to work with, like I said, you can play around those lives. United goes straight to A. Tick is in, but 100 Thieves takes map control. You can see Enable already in the spawn of United.
United, they're up 2-0 in the series, but trailing in this control. They're trying to bring it back with their own offensive push. Let's get to an Astro Gaming listening with the United.
Everyone, wait.
Slasher pushing.
Got him. Nice. One more on the plat.
I think our elbow.
Let's start back right.
Ian got me again. He's top window.
Come off me.
You want to go B together?
Yeah.
We need to do shit together. Do shit together.
On their elbow right now.
Punch him our top window.
Ian's on streaks. Ian's on streaks.
Yo, push to our lights. Bottom lobby.
Ian's our top.
One shot on B. One shot free kill.
Kenny's our top window.
Ian our lobby. Ian's our lobby. Ian's our lobby.
Austin was their spawn.
Good job, Clay.
I spawn in one shot.
He's on streaks.
Nice.
I'm playing.
Yo, I'm going to
He's
B.
top.
Let's go B. Let's go B. Yo, leave him, Tyler.
I got stunned. Three here.
Helping you.
I'm running. Have to run.
What's top?
Outer dead.
Top ledge.
Kill me on B. Let's do low. Stay alive.
He's pushing me. Let's Austin top B.
Yo, where you guys going?
Play together.
I got your push. I have your push.
Come with you guys.
You're already 2B.
Yo, I'm going outer, Tyler. I have an ICR.
Yo, he's top middle.
I don't think they're on it. I think
they're outer. Octane weak. They're outer. Octane weak. I watch your outer. He's weak. So watch out their outer. Octane their outer.
Drop our ladder in. Yo, 2 top mid. 2 top mid, guys.
Tempest center.
2 top mid, guys. 2 top mid.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Outer dead. Outer dead.
Tempest, yeah?
I died. Yeah, I killed the Tempest.
You got me 2 on point. Go for kills. We need kills, guys. One pushing our base.
One shot.
I'm going left. Let's go.
Gonna be our inner. Looking at our top window.
We got plenty of time. Let's work middle together. Come on.
Back top.
You absolute, bro. He slid to the left.
I'm middle.
Kenny dead. Inner, pressing. Inner on it.
You one shot.
Top mid, and one you.
Go. We're spreading the map right now, guys. We all need to go together.
Unfortunately for eUnited, Enable has dominated this round. I believe that's his second. He's like 11-2 or something throughout this round. He's been close to streaks a couple of times.
You heard in the listening, like, RC's just like, guys, we are just so separated. Can we please do something together? Because they were just so staggered. Couldn't make a push, but a big reason why is, I mean, they were losing all their one-on-ones, but yeah, grab slam in for Priesta. 11-4 now. 400 Thieves, make it a 10-3. But yeah, you're thinking for United, it's a good start. They get A so quick, but they just lost so much map control. And as soon as we went to that listening, RC's was like, oh, I lost another gunfight to Enable top window. He's on streaks. He won another gunfight. Great stuff from Enable. And
well, you said somebody had to step it up and help Priesta, and Enable seems to be the guy doing it right now. All the talk about how talented this squad is. Everybody potential to go off in any map and mode. And you're seeing Enable just patrolling mid-map. Sog dominating. Is I think when in the listening, when RC's first called, he was on streaks. I think he was on 4 in a row.
He was on 4.
He dropped, and they get 5 or 6 in a row right after that. Just a nutty stretch from him. But a mode that's been strong for 100 Thieves, it's looking good again here. Tac 5 in early from 100 Thieves. See if they can close out this game 3 efficiently in this 3rd round.
Kenny ready for that push, but we won't talk about it. All right. Pristini just being annoying.
He got smoked.
Yeah.
The 99 Thieves. He got dropped.
I'd love to have a Sog there, and then J-Kappa, Beezy. They find the rest of the kills, so now it's United's turn to get that map control and just be annoying. Watch that number 8. That's Clay going on a big flank. His team just has to hold on for him, and Clay's running a Sog. You have United with 3 Sogs so far throughout this map. Clay's gonna find one. Immediately challenge Slasher, but Slasher ready for it. And Priesta Slides at JCap. Slasher actually with the War Machine does see Pristini with the grapple come on through. So only finds one, but it'll at least allow them to secure A.
So A done. Now let's focus to B. eUnited set up defensively. There's 2 players pushed up from 100 Thieves, the chance to get some spawn kills going if they can pick up Arcides. Arcides a good job just jiggle peeking there on the steps.
This, again, they have 2 minutes. They can just continue to do this.
Arcides, look what a tough spot this is. Complete better map control.
They have to wrap back, and they are. But now you're going to have 3 players back here just stuck in a spawn trap. Like, 100 Thieves has 90 seconds to work with, and they're just bullying them in their spawn. Just simply bullying them as Enable continues. Octane knows the wrap back is going to come through.
This is our base. Both bases are ours. A lightning strike available for Slasher. A 5-kill advantage as well. Kenny will get one before he falls.
Play pops Tempest, yeah. Oh, well, he hits that one. That should connect for 2. Enable just gets around the corner. He's like, where did you go? Where did he go?
He's a magician, Joe, a magician. But still doing, just can't finish the second shot, so he's still up. Those kills so crucial, though, with how close it is. He'd love to finish both of those.
And wait.
They traded, so Pristini did get that kill. You have 2 lives, but you've got to make a push. Similar to what we saw in that first round. 6v5 now. Pristini, here comes the push. Octane's gonna fall, but not before, or not till after he gets 2 kills. Pristini's just flying, just kind of throws his life away as they're playing in the back. It's all on a BZ kick, get it done, and that's a convincing map 3 win, 400 Thieves. The question mark has never been around control. I think he's a little confused maybe what the play, it looked like he thought they were all gonna push there. I don't know.
He was pissed.
Because 2 were set up elbow, and Pristini just flew at 3 players from 100 Thieves. So I don't know if there was a bit of a communication issue.
He was very angry. Like, that was...
Yeah, and it could have been about something earlier in that map, but it seemed like he was playing by himself. I think he's just saying, I think he's saying, what were you guys doing?
A team shot of all of eUnited, because they just... And they're still discussing this. I mean, you have a 2-1 map lead. You do not have to talk about that map until...
Well, even after they went up 2-0, like, we take our headsets off, usually rest and break, grab water, whatever. I heard them. They were getting not heated, but I heard Clay. I couldn't hear the exact topic of conversation, but they were frustrated about something that happened in the map 2 as well.
Brian's showing up there like, chill. Gotta chill.
Yeah, well, I talked to Arcides on Hot Mic, and he said that's been basically the biggest addition kind of from Brian Saint with his team, is just kind of keeping the egos in check. When people start getting heated, keep them calm down. They need it now because Pristini looks like he's tilted to another universe.
Yeah, it looked like him. It sounded like him and Clay were just sort of going back and forth. But still, eUnited with a 2-1 series lead. On the other side of the map, it's just cool, calm, and collected from 100 Thieves.
I'm gonna be curious just to ask him afterwards, like what.
Well, I think they were just arguing sort of the strategy around the spawn kills. Like, he was like, we have 4 in our base. Like, what?
Well, that's actually, yeah, that, you know, probably wasn't even that final moment. Yeah, it was probably when they're getting spawn killed, like, I need help or whatever.
What is that strategy? Well, what's the situation?
It's a nightmare in that spot. Yeah. Like, it's not easy to get out of that position, but even though they did wrap back, you still got 4 or 5 kills, I think, from 100 Thieves, even after rotation came back. Because by the time the full rotation comes in, there were it went from being 1 or 2 guys pushing them to 3 then set up. I think you had a SOG, Maddox, and ICR all kind of locking it down. You had the trio, the trifecta there, swarming their base.
And I think we're going to take a look at the replay the last minute or so in that game 3, but it may have been around sort of this Tempest play. Like, why did you bring the Tempest? I don't know.
Well, I mean, Clay gets almost just baited by hitting his own shots because he just he wants to finish Enable, can't finish Enable. Wants to finish Octane, can't finish Octane. He gets both of those kills. You're all square basically in lives if he's able to get them and stay up. If he finishes Enable, he probably never even pushes up in that point. He holds elbow in that spot anyway. So maybe a little bit over aggression there from Clay.
Yeah, but you're going to see, I mean, even with the spawn trap, like, we get it to a 7v5, which is doable. Now it's a 6 versus 5, which is very doable for
United. So this is where things looked a little odd. So he gets this kill. He has Clayster behind him, and he just goes. That's why I wasn't sure if it was frustration there
Could have been.
Or stemming from earlier, because it looked a little like
I think he was a little over-aggressive there. But you have 20 seconds left.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to say, like, why do you fly out there? Like, just trying to hold. You're on defense. Like, you don't need to make the play.
It was pissed.
Yeah. And that stuff happens with all teams. You get frustrated, you talk it out, you work through it. But it's tough when it's happening mid-series.
Well, hopefully they can bounce back. I mean, sort of the one thing with eUnited is those three, when you talk about RC's, Pristini, and Clay, now have been together for 2.5 years now, 3 years going on. Yeah. So I'm sure they know how to deal with their personalities. Yeah, and they have these moments.
And there's been some drama. I mean, there was that time when RC's wanted to leave. Like, it's not always been happy land for this eUnited team. It's been a roller coaster. They've had some great finishes. They've had some horrid ones. Let's see if they can brush it off early in this hard point. But yeah, I think this opening minute or two is important for them, just considering how tilted, at least it looks for Pristini. What will his performance be like? I think it's definitely, with how emotional a player he is, especially last year. Remember, his confidence was on edge. Like, he was getting in his own head. Like, what kind of map does he have? I think that's a big point.
Games 1 and 2, he was great. He was phenomenal.
Well, if he comes out and gets smoked in this map 4.
Game 3, he was like 13 and 24. So I think maybe the frustration, like, the communication might have been off, but I think he was maybe a little upset at his own gameplay.
Yeah, my eyes are completely on what he does, though, in this. Because he's not always handled those spots well.
Yeah, time back and forth. The start of this hard point now. Both teams trying to fight over truck control as Octane has the help of Enable, able to find a couple of kills. Now dealing with the players in Sushi. Octane's found 3 on this rotation. With that ICR, make it 4. And, well, sometimes life's real good when you have a guy like Octane watching over you.
Definitely a battle between him and Arceus. 2 of the top at their position, that's for sure. Octane now dealing with the push through. Some nice shots in, but can't finish the kill. I don't think he realizes that he gets the full cross, and that's going to be the opening kills you need from eUnited to apply pressure to the hard point. But Kenny and Abel and Priesta, they pick it up. They're still able to stand strong. Your ICR drops, but they do a good job of holding on. And Abel, he went off in the map 3. He's right back in prime position here. 6 and 2, 4 in a row. Some streaks for him. Priesta's picked up a lightning as well.
Well, the big play here is, both of them went down. I say Kenny had help from Octane. Slasher now all alone on the rotation. They had the opportunity to win it. One of those trades maybe goes their way, but now you have some streaks. Priesta, yeah, he's got the lightning as well.
But he's got a chance for more, though, too. He's got a chance for more, and there it is. Nice shots at range there from the SOG. You've got 2 sets, about to be 2 sets of full streaks that Priesta can pick it up. And a big lead.
He's going on the pinch, able to find 1. And I'm actually surprised we haven't seen a lightning used here from 100 Thieves. When you just have 2, you have the 50 to 60 point lead. Just sort of break the game wide open, right? You have those tools early on, why not? But they're gonna try to use their guns. Priesta does find 1, immediately traded. The good thing for 100 Thieves is they did flip the spawns as we head to that broken house up next.
I think one good thing for United on the flip of this, yeah, there's a lot of streaks for 100 Thieves. This is not the easiest map to use them. We don't usually see them that influential, but I mean, you'd prefer they didn't have them, but I'm curious to see what all 100 Thieves gets out of them.
Yeah, I think we'll just be looking at top mid for those lightning and hellstorms. 100 Thieves set up here at Broken. See what they can find. I think this is a huge hold, and Priesta knows it. Gonna call in the sniper's nest right away. Drone squad called in as well. They want to get out to that lead. We'll just see if they can hold it, because in game 1 they were not able to do so. And Kenny starting to win some gunfights as well. Everybody stepping up big time, but still at the front of the hill. eUnited's here. They're able to break on through. Enable finds 1, just cuts off the reinforcements. They're able to regain control.
I'm just excited to see what this scoreline is once we get through this first set. How close eUnited can keep it, despite the fact that you earned so many streaks earlier and you get smoked through the first couple of hard points.
It's just like game 1. Like, you just wouldn't think this would be the score. It's going to be a
I keep looking up thinking it's going to be a 50-plus point lead.
It's not.
How close is JCap to more? Can we check his POV real quick?
And there's a lightning called in top mid. That's usually where you're going to see it, but eUnited still has hill control. JCap's being annoying. He's got a lightning now.
A chance for more streaks. Here it is. If he can trade it, Hellstorm in. And what a great start from 100 Thieves in both hard points. But eUnited, they're like little mosquitoes. They just won't go away, Joe. They keep on biting and stinging. And I don't think mosquitoes sting, do they?
No, that would be terrible.
Yeah,
I mean, bites are annoying enough. But now JCap, he's got streaks. He's going to call in a Hellstorm, keep 100 Thieves off the hill. 100 Thieves used a good amount of their streaks. Let's see, they only have 2 left. They use Sniper's Nest, they use Drone Squad. They didn't find, I don't think they found anything. But that's what you were saying, just on this map. Tough.
Oh, and part of it, like you even saw, if you saw like that, what was it, the Totitos, the funny video 100 Thieves did, they're joking about fixing their hardpoint. Like it's been a struggle for them. It absolutely has. And part of it might just stem from just not being able to put teams away when you get these early advantages.
Priesta just uses the ping of the lightning to get at all that information, able to find a couple of kills, and now they're set up here at Truck. The pressure not going away. There's 1 player left. That's Pristini inside of boxes. Somehow Priest is up. That's all he had to do was just stay alive, and he's done his job. Now he has his teammates watching over him. That's going to force JCap to use the lightning strike. They're still able to hold on as Kenny able to find a kill at top of the street, but JCap walks his way on in.
They still have about half this hard point remaining. It's just Arcity soaking up time. They're going to send 1 more for a one-on-one. I think that's going to be Octane that's going to try to take this fight on the other end. This one-on-one could be for 15 or so seconds. Arcity's able to win it, keeps control inside because they're still spawning ult and sending people at this, and Arcity just keeps cutting them down.
And now they've won rotation. They've won rotation. eUnited is set up for the next hill. You might have to use another streak here if you're 100 Thieves. War Machine on in, lightning strike in as well. But Pristini's got the grab slam. Only a couple of players left. Pristini trying to hold on, has the help of Clay. Clay pulls out the Tempest. And they've done it. They forced them to use the War Machine. They forced them to use the lightning strike. Somehow eUnited still has control.
So much like our first hard point, Joe. So much like our first hard point. Will the lead change come in? Can eUnited get in front? It should just be a matter of time. 100 Thieves, 1 more funnel through mid-connector, but not before the lead changes hands. eUnited 140 to 139. The pressure building for 100 Thieves if they're going to get this to a map 5.
Now it's eUnited's turn. They're set up towards that broken house. You have 3 members already rotated. Let's see what we have on the side of the Thieves. You got the grab slam, vision pulse used. Slasher still has a War Machine, so maybe I didn't hear War Machine. I must have heard something else go off, but still a couple of kills come on in. That's 3 now. With the help of the vision pulse, they find 4. Is Kenny able to find 2? They know the last player is here. That's RC's, and Priest is like, I'm going to try to fly out on you, loses that gunfight.
I trade, I think. Actually,
oh, that's trade, yeah.
Yeah. He's had a couple, I think, like the 3rd trade I've seen from Priesta. So Enable still has Hellstorm.
Slasher War Machine used.
The lead back up over 20 points, and he's so close to streak, so close. This would be it. There it is. He picks up 2.
Arceus, if Arceus has flat there, that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
that
probably
happen.
Gets the kill behind it as well. And he's just staying inside, getting whatever points he can from the objective. It'll put him, what, about 15 off. He's going to use one here. Hellstorm out. Clayster gone. Doesn't get the final streak, so he doesn't actually get, I didn't see if he had drone or snipers up.
That's like the 3rd or 4th streak now where, like, as soon as 100 Thieves calls it in, they get a kill or 2
it's
with
like a 4-man wipe for United.
They just don't break it. Now Enable has to use another streak. If they don't have these streaks, who knows what the score of the game is? That's your teammate you just blew up.
But they get in the hard point. That's the important part. Now over 200 points. Just 50 more needed. 400 Thieves. United, though, battling back it up top. Only 1 lightning remaining. The only streak still in here. We just saw Slasher earn it. The specialist weapon's going to be the big ones. TAC 5 available. JCap's weak. He's going to go ahead. Just prompt to use that now. A lot of shots out. Not really connecting on much. Clayster can't get it done either. JCap's still up against Tessie with his final 10 seconds.
They used another 2 Hellstorms. They don't get anything from it. Now you have to fight this truck rotation. You do have positioning. Pristini's pushed up. Slasher knows there could be a potential pinch. You have Priesta inside of boxes. He's going to lose that gunfight.
So far, so good for 100 Thieves, though. They're finding the kills. Octane doing damage with that ICR. Enable backside of Semi, making plays with the SOG. Pristini wins one and contests as long as he can, but now the Lightning, the final streak comes in as Slasher gets one behind it. Well, that's one way to shut down an ICR in boxes, just slam him to the dirt.
And this is another situation similar to map 1 where 100 Thieves can win it here if they hold. They're not going to, so we're going to have another rotation. They're going to get the rest of this time. It's going to be about 2-second difference. Priest is all alone. Here Dojo, he's just going to back on up. You hear the TAC 5 boost go off.
And it's a lot scary. If eUnited have like 20 more points on the board, maybe a perfect hold here does it for them, you're worried. But even if eUnited make a good push, you still have to get to the next hard point and broken. But can eUnited get us there? 247 to 186. So far, so good as Clayster and Beezy deal with both sides of it.
You don't have much. You do not have much on the side of 100 Thieves.
So what Octane's going to have, Tempest, that'll be it. Pristini's going to get a grab slam. If Beezy has the War Machine, that'll likely be all for that end of it.
If they can get it. If they can get it to broken and you can use those. Well, Beezy, there's the War Machine. So now, just waiting on Pristini's grab slam. This is not over yet. United are locking it down right now. Trades back and forth.
Oh my God, and they're still spawning in the back so they can have this rally, but there's the Tempest. He gets up for a second, so has to knock him back down again, but they're in. There's the points, and 100 Thieves get the hard point victory. These two hard points between these two teams have been bananas. Another Game 5 in the books. Is that 3 now for eUnited this week?
Sounds about right.
It's their third Game 5?
It's a Pro League, right? So yeah, eUnited's gonna get a Game 5.
Jeez. They won one. You saw the clutch yesterday against Accelerate, but they lost the one versus Heretics. Another Game 5 for eUnited. 100 Thieves coming up right after the break. One more map and our first week of Division B is in the books. I don't know who I think's gonna win this. I can't wait. I'm excited, Joe. Yeah. You don't have a favorite? Not for the final map? Just no. Okay.
Just flip a coin.
We'll take a look at the overall series layout. We're going to be going to frequency to close it out, but look how close the hard points have been. Really, the only map that was comfortable for either team was that control. And after the control, we saw eUnited getting each other's throats.
He played well, though. I will say
he did. But you wonder if those vibes carry into map 4 a bit.
But this map 5, this is one where eUnited very comfortable on frequency, search and destroy. We just saw the other day. They were able to beat Accelerate on it. It was around 11. It did come down to a 1 versus 1.
JCap came up big. Yeah. I think he had 2 kills in the game, but he had that one. All right, round 1. Oh my God, I thought that was gonna be a triple collateral for a second there. But he does get one and get away with his life.
Yeah,
that was real close to being messy.
You don't see a sniper top mid too often, but of course it's Octane. That player slides out. And might have been a bit of an over challenge because of Beezy. Oh, I thought he found 2. That was Enable. Enable at least trades the kill. But now a 3 versus 3. And the eUnited have the A site. They're going to plant backside, and Clay and Arcides, they just take defensive positions.
The map is basically flipped at this point. eUnited just locking down the 100 Thieves side of the map. First engagement to Clay. Can he get out with his life? Just barely able to do it, but good stuff from Clay to stay up. They push window. JCap is here, and JCap makes the play. Shuts down 2. Just Priesta up. Just over 20 seconds to work with. He has made so many incredible plays over the course of this, but can't get it done there. JCap gets all 3. I honestly think that's more kills than he had
in the what?
In the game 5, the frequency loss. I think he ended up with like 2. So already coming up huge here.
We have another round where 100 Thieves has main advantage, throws it away. Just some of the fundamentals, maybe just, again, you add a 5th player, there's going to be some changes. They're going to have to get used to each other, but you have to win those rounds where you have advantage.
Well, does it start with Octane kind of over-challenging mid? Like once you get that first pick, just back it up a bit?
That's the close one, but I think they were setting up a bait because you saw Enable immediately jump up and trade with a Beezy. I don't know what happened on the other parts of the map where, you know, that turns into a 3v3.
Well, JCap, 4 kills on the board to start us off. He's already 250 off streaks. What a round 1 out of him and eUnited.
All right,
another first blood for 100 Thieves.
Yep. We'll see what they decide to do with it now. eUnited is reading this well towards this A side. They have nobody B. BZ's just going to fly on in, able to find one, finds the second on Slasher and Octane. Those 2 are there. The other 3 are rotating right into Pristini. Pristini gets taken down, but it's a 2 versus 3 for eUnited. Just so separated on opposite sides of the map.
100 Thieves trying to figure out what they want to do with this bomb. They're going to rotate towards A. At the same time, eUnited crossing the map, so they should be able to get this.
They got to go, though. Like, look, eUnited checks B. They see nothing's there. The rotations are so fast on frequency.
You get this planted, and Cap gets a kill on the defuse.
Oh,
He's
that's
so close to streaks.
Done forever. Kenny, though, able to find one. Now a 1 versus 1.
Cap again.
Has the stun. That's a full stun. Kenny should have this. Kenny should have it.
What a clutch from Kenny there. It got scary for 100 Thieves, but he goes massive. Not only do you win the round, you stop JCap, who's getting close to streaks. Big play there from Kenny. Nice use of the stun. Opens up really, the first kill and the final one here.
It's all 3. Yeah, it's all 3 at the end.
So a Cap has a monster round 1. Kenny answers back. Big stuff there from Kenny. That was about to be back-to-back rounds where he had first blood for 100 Thieves and they lost too, which is just
it comes down to a 1v3 or 1 versus 2. Gotta be better on that end. Because they're doing a good job finding the first bloods. It's just like step 2. It's got to be better.
It's just that step 2.
Yeah.
Fix that, and maybe you've got a great search team. The flinch hurts Clay there. Slasher hits the shot, and Clay can't connect. Abizi tags one up. Oh, well, he wraps back, and that's a frag grenade from Enable. We saw Hook find a lot of those for Envy. You see it in the repertoire now from 100 Thieves. That's 3 first bloods in a row.
Priesta might have found, oh, Priesta doesn't find an opening. He was looking for Arcides on the flank. It's bad timing. Arcides goes through the middle of the map, able to find 2 kills. Now it's a 3 versus 3. Slasher wins 1. They still have to defuse. Slasher pushing up through middle, trying to buy time, wins the gunfight as well. And there we go, the trades are there. Slasher hasn't had the best series, he is not, but that is a big round for him. And now Kenny gonna get this defuse and earn some streaks.
He had 4 in the previous round, goes big here as well. The rounds are scary, but still you've yet to find a first blood if you're eUnited. I think that's the first step they've got to get going. They're doing a good job in the mid-round bringing it back after getting picked clean.
Well, I just think people aren't used to, you know, having flak until War Machine's ready, or, you know, trying to dodge that cluster, because you can heal through the cluster, right? The first explosion goes through, you can stim through it.
Well,
a frag grenade that lands at your feet, you're done.
That's why frags are, it's like, it's not as good in previous games from the sense you don't have it at like every spawn, but you're not running into people with flak. Exactly. So a good use of it, you're almost guaranteed a kill.
And Kenny pops tac 5 right away. That's going to give him his Hellstorm. Tac 5 used on the other side from JCap. Abizi almost gets caught. Slasher with another first blood for 100 Thieves.
4 in a row now.
5 versus 4 once again. What are they going to do?
And they haven't been those first bloods where it's like traded right after.
Look, because Pristini, he's going to bring it back. He finds an opening. Slasher with the tac 5 boost. Able to win that gunfight.
Nice
Priest on the other side.
Little crouch to get added cover. I think throws him off as well.
Now it's a 4 versus 2. Abizi, RC's just fly on through, and they're going to run right into Kenny. Kenny hits full streaks.
Kenny has gotten, what, 4 in a round, 2 to fall that. I think 2 or 3 here. Yeah, he is just dominating.
And you love to see that, right now. People have been waiting for him from last year.
I mean, I said on Trading Shots, I thought he was the player under the most pressure coming into this division. I still feel that way, and he is stepping up here in map 5. What a big moment to do it in against your big competition in eUnited. 8-1, 8 in a row for Kenny. Well, you asked who would help Priest. It was Enable last map. Now Kenny here.
And eUnited know he has streaks, so they're going to push through B.
Can eUnited get a first blood?
Bomb being planted, though. Sniper's nest in. Does take some time to get there.
But there's all going to be grouped up around elbow.
So
first blood for United. Oh, that cluster is a great one. It's a great one. It gets 2. 5v2 now for eUnited.
Can the Sniper's Dice help this bring it back for 100 Thieves? That's a question. But Octane's being pressured. They know it now on 1 versus 3. Well, they're just gonna stay under cover.
Help me out, Sniper's Nest.
Please shoot someone.
Shoot him, please.
Sometimes I don't know what that thing's doing.
Well, that or the drone squad. It's like it's 0 or it just rips everybody off the map. It must be overcast here on frequency.
Yeah, it's tough to see.
Well, they finally get a first blood. And right after RC hits the pick, what a cluster that is from Abizi. Just right between 2 players. So eUnited get their second round. Now they'll get back to defense. Clay sniping in this top window. The offensive push going towards B. Abizi spots it, can't get away with his life. He's going to get picked. That's now the 5th first blood. 400 Thieves.
United just groups on up, goes towards that B side. And they've guessed this correctly. 100 Thieves is staying here. They've guessed this correctly. And
nice shot.
He's going to find Octane. And Pristini finds one. Enables here, though. But the numbers advantage now goes to eUnited. It's now a 2 versus 3. Slasher gets caught.
It's on Kenny to clutch again. He's already got 1v3. Can he do it one more time? Stuns one. Can't take the gunfight. And eUnited, despite it being a 4v5, get the round again. So that's what, 2 rounds now that 100 Thieves has gotten the first blood, and they've tossed it.
2, it should be 3 if it wasn't for Kenny.
Yeah, which is wild because when you take a look at the stats over the years, I mean, first blood obviously in Search, one of the biggest ones, and I don't have it in front of me what it's been in this title, your round victory, you know, your chances once you get it, but it's high. It's high.
And once again, they have 3 players at one site, 2 players middle. They're just not helping each other out at all. And eUnited's like, screw it, let's just group up and yo.
And that was a hell of a shot by Clay, though, too. That wasn't somebody really over-challenging. That's just somebody holding, and Clay having a nice flick.
Pushing up again. Reese is watching in there, but there's a player there. Yeah, Naval just plays the corner that he gets to.
Nice patience.
That's number 6 for them, first blood-wise.
And man advantage again, 4v3. 4v2 now. Nice job by Priest and Slasher to cut him down. RC's last man up. Arcity's bye-bye. This will be wild if eUnited manage to win this map just from a first blood perspective.
Yeah. I mean, they set this up perfectly where they just run right by Enable. They both push out, or Priestess sort of baits him in as he's just peeking it, and it's like, all right, I'm going to slide away, Enable all you now.
Yep, and the fact he's able to get 2 before he drops, huge. And Kenny is still held on to the Lightning and Hellstorm. What specialist do we have? Nothing really yet. BZ very close to the War Machine.
100 Thieves just take control in middle. You see 3 players go through their ladder. Kenny with the lightning strike going to force them into this. They thought, I like the play. They thought they could just sort of get them, maybe one to drop bottom ladder, but they don't. And Abizi finds first blood.
Second one for eUnited. Now what can they do with the man advantage? Excellent job yet again. Just improving the odds. One player left. It's Slasher by himself. Has to reload. He's pushed back to elbow. And they're just going to fly at him. See you later. Nice round there from eUnited. So you use a lightning. You don't really get anything behind it.
And it's confusing because you obviously know on the lightning ping, you see where they're all at. Like, you know there's probably 2 or 3 on their inner pipes. And Priest, I don't know. I guess he just lost the gunfight.
Could he have pinged it earlier, or did he ping it there?
He pinged it right there, yeah.
Okay, okay. I didn't know, maybe he did it in an earlier round. And
oh, well, that's true. Yeah,
yeah, he might. That's what I was thinking, considering how they played it. Maybe he just pinged it earlier.
You are smart.
No, I don't know about that.
United straight to B. Can they catch Priest? Priest is trying to stay alive. Just gets around the rock, but now he's in a tough spot. There's a cluster. And, yeah, we'll see ya. Somehow still up, but the help is not there.
Well, the first blood's now coming through for eUnited. Abizi's cluster basically leads to the first blood. Now it's the War Machine out. 100 Thieves is backed up. They have flak, but where do you find an opening with him? Oh, okay, maybe that's where you find it. But he can't win the gunfight on the other side. Pristini gets 2 at the back steps. And now one more round needed for eUnited. Imagine, man, we get to round 11. They get back-to-back Game 5, round 11 victories. What a different storyline that is for them. So what do you still have the Hellstorm? We'll take a look at the specialist weapons that you have.
Should still have a lot. I don't think we've seen that many. You saw attack 5 boost, but War Machine, yeah. I mean,
if they get to round 11, attack 5 for eUnited to close this out. I mean, Kenny's Hellstorm. Slasher make it towards the War Machine. Hellstorm in. is hovering, looking for an opening on offense. Maybe get this bomb down. Placer's still here, though. He gets backed up, so that'll be a plant through. Plant in at B. Slasher, first blood. He does get traded, though. Priesta comes soaring over the top. 4v3 now for 100 Thieves. eUnited have to try and make this retake happen as they're getting picked apart. Abizi doing his best to make it interesting. Sub 30 seconds now on the clock. Abizi and JCap gonna group up and try to make this push, but you've got 2 players in elbow. He got through, though. Abizi got through. This could get interesting. 15 seconds left now.
Just play time. Play time. Just run away. Play the time. Play the time.
10 seconds left.
He's got to win the first gunfight. He's got to win the first gunfight. He does it.
Unbelievable.
Does he have it? Hold on.
Did he have it? Did he have it?
Oh, he's got it.
They did have it. He did have it. The look on their faces, like, I don't know. I don't know if he's got it, Joe, but they get it done. What a clutch there. Oh. Wow. Dude, I was just trying to look at their face. I'm like, what happened, Joe?
What a... There's 15 seconds left, just prone. Oh, this...
Who ripped him off of the bottom pipes? Who was it that got ripped off bottom pipes?
I think Kenny.
Was it Kenny or Priesta? I didn't see who it was.
I don't know. I'm sure we could check out a replay.
But there, yeah, you just gotta stay up, gotta get safe, gotta win that gunfight. You're the one with cover there in that situation, but eUnited, another game 5. They've played 3. They've come out on top in 2. If you're an eUnited fan, well, it's a lot like last year in the sense that you're stressed the hell out every single series.
Yeah,
but it's quality entertainment.
It's
quality entertainment, Joe.
Guys, and on the other side, 100, I don't know. Like, you had chances in game 1. You probably should have won. You go back and watch that. Like,
what was it? Like 7 first bloods to 3?
Yeah.
Like that?
Game 2, they had an opportunity. Game 3 looked great. Game 4, they won. But I feel like they should have just blown them out. Like, with the amount of streaks they had on Gridlock, somehow eUnited stayed alive in that game. Then game 5, yeah, like.
Well, let's take a look at. Can we take a look at this replay? Because I want to see who was it bottom ladder.
Yeah.
Towards the end there, that you're just saying back up, play time. And who ripped him and who got ripped is what I want to see. We'll take a look. Abizi gets through, and this is a big moment as he gets in position, cuts down on Abel.
It's just you have a
It's Priesta that backs up. It's Priesta, and Abizi just beams him.
Well, even in that 3 versus 2, like why are we there with 20 seconds left?
And then
like,
Kenny gets gunned as well. Abizi was a beast in the search and destroy. He gets both. Like both those gunfights just smokes him. Wow.
And we heard like the music going off, but we saw the players' faces.
Oh, I had no idea. At the first shot of the team, I was like, I have no idea who won this. And then you sort of see them rejoice at the same time. We go over to 100 Thieves, and they're just destroyed.
It's just one of those things where I'm just like watching, and it's like a former pro player. I'm just like, what? I'm just frustrated, but doesn't matter. eUnited get the win. We have our PlayStation instant reaction with Pristini.
Thanks, Joe. That was an insane series. We kind of saw it on your face, but can you tell me what was going through your head during those last moments of that last S&D?
So we were telling Cap, we didn't notice Cap was 2 off streaks, and we noticed that he was, and we were like, just play for streaks. 2v4, no way we win this round. We're going game 5 or round 11. I have good grab spikes, and he's going to be 1 off streaks. He gets a kill. We're good. And then Tyler, they go back to get Cap a kill, so he get closer, and he ends up killing all 4, and we were like, what the hell? And Clay even said not to hop the bomb when Tyler got all those kills, and Cap was like, screw it, I don't care about the streaks, I'm hopping it. And it worked out because Tyler got the last kid too. I'm mind blown right now. That's all I have to say, really.
All right. Well, it was a very, very close match. In general, we've seen a lot of game 5s from you guys. Why do we see so many series going out to game 5?
I think it's our control. Control is like the swing game mode here in this game. So our control is like iffy. It's sometimes really good, sometimes really bad. You never really know what you're going to get. So I think as soon as we lose that control, I think it's really like we have like a few hard point maps that aren't our best, and we ended up having 1/4 map, and they just took control and took advantage of it, and we went game 5. But we ended up clutching up, got rid of the round 11 curse we had last year. So I'm happy we have the round 11s in the bag for this year. So
So you mentioned control is iffy. What do you plan to do to address those issues?
I think we're going to go back, watch some VOD, see what we're doing wrong. I freaked out after the map because we were getting spawn trapped and nobody was helping us. We were 3v5 in our base, and I kind of freaked out on our teammates, and I feel bad for it. But you know, it's mistakes that shouldn't even be mistakes. Those are amateur mistakes, and you know, it really just pissed me off. So I mean, we got to fix the small things in control and work as a team more, and I think we'll be fine.
All right. Well, thank you so much. This has been your PlayStation Instant Reaction. For now, on over to Ben at the desk.
Thank you very much, Jess. And what a game 5. I mean, I guess we kind of have to react to
I lost my mind.
I lost full.
I'm pretty sure 100 Thieves just outplayed the hell out of them in that game.
Yep, I still lost, right? Yep. But you can kind of break down the last round, because that's what I'm curious to get your thoughts on. Credit, though, to Abizi, because that was a hell of a round. But it was kind of misplayed.
So
kind of misplayed.
A lot of people look at it like it was misplayed from when it was a 2v3 with JCap. It was misplayed earlier than that. Okay. There was a play where they had a 4v2 and Octane was sitting behind the silos right there, the pipes, whatever you want to call it, and he challenges Abizi top mid. Abizi gets that kill to make it a 2v3. You heard Clint go, he goes, yeah, and he gets a kill to make it interesting. It doesn't seem clutchable at all. They go around the spawn. They have 25 seconds left, 25 seconds, 2 people watching that lane. He slides down. 1, he gets a dead slide, so he's slow. 2, the guy in the head, he was so scared to commit to that challenge, just like jumps up and able to
out. Yeah, he got a free kill down a man.
It's unacceptable.
Whoa.
And then he turns the corner and rips Priesta off the heady in low pipes, bottom ladder.
Disgusting shots, but I mean, if Priesta like literally puts his controller down and lays in the corner, doesn't play anymore.
Don't do anything.
If he doesn't play anymore, they win. They win the round. Just don't even play.
It was individually misplayed by 4 or 3 different players on the 100T roster in that last round. Like, you cannot let that happen. Absolutely cannot let that happen.
Credit to Abizi, though. Did hit some crazy good shots, and you need to. And it was weird towards the end of that round, though. It's kind of like, did he defuse the bomb? Did he not defuse the bomb?
Not giving. BZ, you had great shots. All the credit needs to be given to 100 Thieves because they just blew that. Can't believe it, John. From all of us being former pro players, you look at that, and he's just sitting there. What? You could have did absolutely anything else. Anything else. Oh, you could have jumped off the map. You could have did anything.
They had some cool ideas throughout the map, right?
A bunch of streaks.
Yeah,
but they United did a great job.
Okay.
They avoided all of 100 Thieves streaks.
They used their streaks. They tried to execute some pretty cool strats. Like one round they went through mid with the, I think it was the Hellstorm, maybe the Lightning Strike, and they thought that eUnited was going to jump down through the ladders and maybe challenge them and get them a kill, and they don't do that. eUnited decides to not challenge them, and they decide to go over towards the B bomb site, but they get first blooded. So it's like a good plan, but bad execution. eUnited did a really good job in this map of avoiding those streaks and pretty much neutralizing them. And this is that last round that ultimately cost them the map, and this is unacceptable.
Simply, all you have to do is, when that guy's watching this back cut right here, all you have to do is gain that information that they're there, and everyone should back up. Every single player should back up and force the challenges on you.
I think Priest decided he was going to back up, but Ian thought they were going to challenge, and Abel thought they were going to challenge, and then he was like, "Oh, we're not challenging," and then he started to run away.
It was
like,
it's crazy. Even if he challenged that and lost, it would have slowed it down just one more second, and then they wouldn't have had time.
A defuse with.
Well,
they could have done almost anything else on that map.
You have a 4v2, and it comes down to 3 one-on-one gunfights. Like, you get Octane in the one-on-one versus Abizi up top, and it was all Abizi just gunning every single one of them. And then you get Abizi in the one-on-one versus Enable, where Enable didn't even shoot back. And then you get him in a one-on-one versus Priesta. He smokes Kenny at the end. It's like, you have numbers, but you didn't. You got to use them.
Obviously,
push him out.
Obviously, that's a pretty sour pill to swallow if you're, a 100 Thieves fan. But it is worth mentioning. I think it's fair to say they have improved, right?
They have.
You look at their performance in Vegas against United. They get 3-0 there. Game 1 was close. Game 2 was close. I mean, the control was a spawn trapping masterclass in one of the rounds. 100 Thieves, they have got better.
Oh yeah, 100%. They went up in every single hard point by at least 80 to 100 points at the beginning. Every single, and then they just forget how to rotate. Simple as that. You just stop rotating and just relied on gun skill and tried to just like push your way into the map. It's not gonna work. They just got so disrespected on the rotations, and it was unbelievable.
On the game 4 was okay.
Yeah. A bright spot at 100 Thieves though. Other than that last play by Priesta where he could have just laid down. Priesta is a monster. Like he played a phenomenal series. Like. That kid's a great pickup for that team. I think going forward, like you said, he played so well. Yeah, they lost. Huge blunder in that last round, but going forward, they look a lot better. Like they're not, I don't think they're going to be a meme this season, like they started out as.
Right.
Like they have things to work on, but they're on the uptick.
Yeah, I think their hardpoint looked pretty good, like especially on the gridlock. They were picking up streaks. 2 different players picked up full streaks, and they were on rotation pretty much to a decent amount of the hills. They gained control, and I just thought the streak usage wasn't too good. They called in 2 Hellstorms on the middle hill, didn't get any time. And earlier on in the map, it was Priestley who called in a sniper's nest over towards the lobby hill, and eUnited picked up like 30 seconds on it. So if you can utilize those streaks and actually gain points off it, because you have talented players, they're going to get streaks from time to time in hardpoint. If you can utilize those streaks and get time off it, you blow the game out. So I thought that hardpoint was solid.
I feel like just on the simple side of 100 Thieves, they're just going to get, they're fairly new, right? Yeah. Priest is a brand new player for that team. So basically you had all these S&D strats that you basically have to learn from the rip. Like just brand new. Set it up, and unfortunately it's just not clicking right now, but eventually they'll get it.
Well, they definitely, to the point, look a lot better than what we've seen previously. Just a horrible round 11, that's for sure. But moving on the conversation, MVP for the day, our Astro Gaming candidate. I mean, it just has to be. It has to be Abizi. It just has to be. That last round alone, yes, there was a little bit of help, but I mean, even besides that,
I wouldn't even have gone for it. I wouldn't even gone for it. It would have been off the map.
We'll hold this L real quick.
I mean, just like. So Abizi, like when I first heard about this guy, he was a search and destroy all-star, but he's transcended into becoming one of the most aggressive, talented players in the game. He's amazing at respawn, but in this series in particular, we saw him really show up in the searches. He was getting through the gaps on the map, getting onto those flanks and picking up 2 and 3 pieces and dominating in those one-on-one gunfights, and that's opening up rounds and winning them games. Right. Like that's what you need.
Really punishing 100 Thieves for their mistakes on the map. He's punishing them all over the place. Like S&D kids on LAN usually don't take the same risk that they do online. That's not a problem for him. He was flanking, getting those 2 pieces like you said. Great performance.
Yeah, very, very solid. And for eUnited, another Game 5, but as you heard Prastini say, the curse may have shifted from what we saw last year, winning a couple more of them. We'll take a look at our standings for Division B after 1 week of gameplay. Heretic sitting pretty at the top at 4-0.